Hey everyone, I'm Ann.
And I'm Gracie.
And we are Little Things, Big Difference, the place where you come to learn about little things that make a big difference in your life.
Yes.
So today we are talking all about how to have a great week. And before we get into how to have a great week, I want to talk about kind of what's your tendency to get things done. Gracie, are you more of a procrastinator or what I like to call a precrastinator? I don't think that's even a word, but like, are you somebody that puts things off or gets things done way ahead of time?
So I was really thinking about this, and I think I like to think that I'm a precrastinator, and I'm going to confess a little bit here. I like to think that I'm a precrastinator where I get these things done really far ahead of time, and sometimes I do. But I think I'm kind of a balance between the two. I do feel like I feel like a lot of times I do work well under pressure, and so at least I hope so. But so I think that sometimes leads to my procrastination. But
Yeah.
I definitely feel a lot better if I get things done ahead of time.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case.
Yeah. So I am definitely a precrastinator, which is
Yes.
the reason I even made up that word for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I am definitely a precrastinator, and I love to get things done.
Yes.
I love productivity. I love to do lots of things. And it's not just so I can get it done, but I just really enjoy getting things done. And people often ask me, how do you get everything done? Like, how do you do all that you do?
It's amazing.
and I really feel like this procrastination is kind of my secret sauce. That's my reason. That's my the reason that I'm able to do so many things. And really what I find is that in procrastinating, I do lots of little things so I can do the big things in life. So if I get done with all these little things, then that gives me margin and gives me more time to really do the big things in life that I want to do. So what we're going to do over this next video is to talk about 5 little things that you can do in order to make time for the big things in life. And we're actually starting off a series where today we'll talk about how to have a good week and kind of set yourself up for a good week. And then next week we're going to talk about how to have a good night so you can kind of sleep well, rest well, and prepare yourself for the next day. And then we're going to talk about how to have a good day in terms of when you wake up, what are the things that you need to do right at the beginning of your day to kind of set yourself up for having a good day. So Gracie, go ahead and get us started. What's the first little thing that makes a big difference?
Yeah, so one thing that really helps me have a good week is to plan out my meals for the week and then shop for the week ahead. So I don't know if you can relate, but one thing that I cannot stand is getting off of work, being tired and being like, oh my gosh, what am I going to have for dinner?
Yes.
And then just resorting to takeout because it's the easiest thing. So yeah, definitely planning out my meals for the week and shopping ahead of time. And I tell you what, like the Walmart pickup or Publix pickup, that's the greatest thing in the world. So if you are not doing that, that definitely helps with the planning the meals. So, and what's the second thing?
So the second thing for me is to coordinate the calendar. I even speaking of meal plans, I even put my meal plan in the calendar. I'm a big calendar person. And my husband and I have calendars that are synced so we know who's doing what during the week. And our kids even have the same synced calendar so that we can know, okay, who needs to be picked up, who needs to be dropped off, who needs to go here, or what do you need for these particular things. Like if you need a supply or whatever, as a parent, you don't want to do that on the day of the event. So go ahead and on your weekend, plan out all of those things that you need to do and the things that you need to know about who is going where and doing what, and get all of those details, all of those little details kind of organized the week before.
Yeah, that's good. And I know another thing that really helps me is to have myself some me time.
Yes.
I am a hardcore introvert. And
Yes.
so, being around a lot of people during the day or having different conversations is really exhausting. So,
Yes.
You extroverts, you are blessed to be able to do that well and not lose any energy. But for me, it's really draining. So, on my day off, I get Fridays off, which is wonderful. And I like to just kind of relax, chill on the couch, maybe watch a couple of shows of Netflix, but just kind of relax and have some time where there's not a lot of other people there to, just use up the words that are okay to use during
That's
the day.
right. That's right.
So that's something really helpful for
Yeah.
me.
So for extroverts, for you, that might even look like, okay, where can I go to spend time with people?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you guys need in order to do that. So the next thing is make a to-do list for your week. Go ahead and sit down before the week starts, before Monday morning gets there, and think about kind of your personal to-do list about the things that you need to do for the house and for home and for family. But then also go ahead and organize your work to-do list. Look at the projects that you have coming up. Look at the things that you have coming due, your deadlines, and go ahead and make sure that you have a to-do list so that Monday morning you're not spending time trying to catch up and figure out, okay, what do I need to do this week? You're kind of hitting the ground running and you already have that list together of the things that will help make you productive that week.
Yeah, that's good. And number 5 that we want to share with you guys is just to get outside.
Yes.
I know a lot of times the weather will not allow that, but whenever the weather is nice and it's a beautiful day outside, just get outside, even if it's just for a 30-minute walk around your neighborhood or on your lunch break. But just getting outside and breathing in some fresh air and appreciating just what's around you is really helpful to have a good week.
Absolutely.
So,
for sure.
like Ann said at the beginning, next week we are having our discussion on how to have a good night. So we want to make sure that you join us for that. And as always, for more little things that make a big difference, you can join us on Facebook and on Instagram by checking out the chapel online. And make sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe so that you're notified for what's to come.